One day, the people at Konami decided to smoke a whole bunch of crack. At that point in time, they decided to bring one of their larger-than-life games to the smallest screen imaginable. Hey, I'm the Game Collector, and this is Second Opinion Games, and today we do our review of Silent Scope for the Game Boy Advance.
Second Opinion Games.
Do you want to play one of the best first-person shooters in the arcade on a teeny tiny screen? You could play on the 3-inch Game Boy SP or this teeny tiny 2-inch Game Boy Micro. Please don't do that. I've actually beaten this game on a Micro, and oh my god, my eyes still hurt. And that was like 5 years ago, by the way, guys. So today I'm playing on the GameCube, and it works really well on my television, by the way. Much bigger screen, and you can see everything much clearer. Much clearer still means it's a bit pixelated, but that is okay. I do understand this was meant for a much smaller screen. So what is Silent Scope? Well, it was an awesome arcade game where you used a big sniper rifle to take down your targets. How does it translate to the teeny tiny small screen? Actually, extremely well. All the voice sampling still remains heavily intact. And there's pretty girls in there to boot, and I love how your scope turns into a heart while you perv out watching them. We'll push that to the side for now, and then we'll look at some of the training options. And this is unbelievably fun. Never have I had a training mission engulf me so much. But that's not even the meat and cheese of it. We also have 2-player support, which I'm not going to show you any of because I don't have a second cartridge. But I have seen dueling cabinets where you square off against another human sniper opponent, and I'm telling you, it is awesome to see. So we could go to story mode or advanced story mode. Honestly, the advanced story mode doesn't bring enough to the table. There's something about missiles and stuff like that. I really don't find it nearly as fascinating as the arcade mode, but to each their own, and it is a bit harder too. I might want to throw in there as well. All the music in the game is fitting, and it feels right from the cabinet, as well as the voice sampling. It is some of the best voice sampling I've heard on the Game Boy Advance in general, and it is perfectly clear. And as far as the gameplay actually rolls down, it is also perfect conversion here. I have no problem doing headshots here and there. I actually have a much easier time playing on the controller than I do on the giant sniper rifle. And the game is great. It's fast-paced, and it switches sceneries very often, which keeps the game feeling fresh. It never outstays its welcome, and that's one of the best parts about this entire game. It moves fast. The boss battles are fast, and there is a bunch of them. And they're all pretty cool. There's this one section where you're trying to shoot what looks like a football carrier carrying a hostage. Pretty neat. If you don't even save them, the game still goes on. Try and save the president, the president's daughter, and the president's wife. Well, maybe we could let the wife die. I'm not sure about that, actually. We better save her just to be safe. And then, when it comes down to the grand finale, you have one bullet against this guy on a boat full of explosives. You have to get a headshot with the crazy shakiness from like a helicopter, and if you miss by the slightest bit, boom, it's game over and you lose. That is freaking awesome. However, if you take your time and line up your shot like a freaking ace, bam, and you win. And it is so gratifying to beat this game. I ran around high-fiving everyone in the room when I finally beat it the correct way by taking that headshot and putting down the main bad guy. Before that, I've always just made it there and just missed every time. But I finally took that sucker out. Yeah, there's no way you could do that on a Game Boy Micro. Hey guys, if you really want a fun arcade shooter, believe it or not, the Game Boy Advance has it in silent scope. But that's just my opinion. Thanks for watching. Hey, if you like this review, please subscribe. I do a lot of different games, and I have a lot more planned. I'm also trying to work through every single Atari Jaguar game. So even if you're a little bit curious about that system, check out some of my reviews. You might be surprised how many good games there actually were for that system. I am not done with the Game Boy Advance, though. I have tons more in store, along with maybe some other mysterious other games. So please subscribe, and thanks again.